the infinite banking concept is really expensive insurance, especially according to Dave Ramsey. And you know what? I guess at that point, if that's the way you look at it, he's right. It is way more expensive than term insurance. We're not using the infinite banking concept for the death benefit. We're not using it for the insurance benefit. If you're just looking at insurance and I'm worried about if I die in the next 20 years, then go buy a term insurance and you'll pay just a little bit for that insurance. But if you want to use the infinite banking concept and understand and utilize that in your life to help you financially, you've got to look at it through a different lens. Yes, it's insurance, but turn a blind eye that it is insurance. Think of it as a wealth account. Okay. Now, Dave Ramsey might say you need to throw everything into he likes mutual funds, and he throws out this 12% number. I don't know any mutual fund that is guaranteed 12% forever. And yeah, but you go back through and you look at the historical bullshit. They always start at 1929, the year everything crashed, and when it's at the absolute lowest, and then it starts taking off after that. And sure, there have been blips in between in there. And if you want to go ride the roller coaster with some of the I'm talking of stocks, and here I'm not giving you advice. This is what I would do, and this is what I do. Put some money out there and take the ride on the roller coaster of the stocks and bonds and mutual funds if you want. But if you want guaranteed money that will always grow, will always compound, and you will always have access to borrow against to go and take over the banking function of your own life. You don't have to go to the bank anymore. Okay. And I know Dave Ramsey is let's get out of debt and never take out any debt except for a house. Well, I got news for you. You're not going to get rich like that. If you're looking to get out of credit card debt and just dig yourself out of the hole, I would look at Velocity Banking and also do what Dave Ramsey does. He gives some really, really good information about to get out of debt. But after you're out of debt and you continue on those ways that he says to build wealth and live like no one else, or however he says it, it's going to take you 200 years to actually become wealthy. So, but if you want to become wealthy in this lifetime, let's maybe do some different things. Okay. And the infinite banking concept in my mind is one of the best ways to get that started. And it's not a get rich quick scheme. What's the best way to get rich quick is not to get rich quick. Okay. That's a Dave Ramsey quote right there. Like I said, I agree with a lot of what he says, but there's a lot that we could do way, way better. So just think about the infinite banking concept and the insurance. Yes, it is insurance, but we put so little insurance. We put as little insurance on as we can legally get away with, so we don't make it a modified endowment contract. So once you get that into place, we overfund it, we max fund it with everything else, and the more money you put in, yes, then the death benefit goes back up. As long as you keep this policy in place, in force, and the way these are designed, not everyone can do it. They're specially designed where in the first usually 4 to 5 years is when you start going past that threshold of I can now have access to more than what I put in. Okay. But after that, it starts growing exponentially. And because of that explosive growth that's continuously compounding, this thing will be able to pay for itself after you get to a certain point. So if you my cash flow dried up, I came on some hard times, I can no longer contribute to this. There's a point that everyone is a little bit different, but we can look at it and it's like, all right, here's the point where you no longer have to pay, but this will stay in force for life. There's also a point where, okay, from this point on, you can start taking income from it for the rest of your life and you'll never have to repay it. There's so many different options that we can do with this. There's so many different levers that you can pull. Everyone's in a different situation. So it's something really to look into. I've got a lot of videos on the infinite banking concept. Sure, search other channels. And this is something that I believe everyone should really try to get their head wrapped around because it's so beneficial. So, all right, good luck, everybody. I hope this helps. And let me know if you have any questions. You can feel free to shoot me a text here if you do have any questions, and I would love to help you out. All right, good luck.